Hello, my name is Tyler LaCour. This is my response to our video dispositions. I should start off by reading question number 1. What is the special education teacher's role in supporting learning, improving, planning, and practice, upholding professional expectations and ethics, and collaboratively advancing the profession? To start off, I personally believe that it's all about supporting the learning habits and styles of students with disabilities. So that starts with individualizing instruction. That can be anything from the setting that they're in to the curriculum that they have, which brings me into my next point. The IEP is an individual learning plan for each student that is specialized to them to help them learn in the best way possible. Another thing that I had written down is evidence-based practices, which basically means that each student will be assessed and, for lack of a better word, tested for where they're supposed to be and what their styles are, what settings are best for them, how they learn. And then lastly, I would say the collaborative part, which has been big, getting with other educators and general education professionals that can help you come up with the curriculum to best assess and judge these students for their personal needs. So yeah, I guess that would be my answer to advancing the profession, is actively pursuing ways to keep the child first and best fit their needs. As for question number 2, it asked, what dispositions that you currently possess will help you become a successful teacher? What disposition do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Well, I'll start off by saying I feel like my strongest suit is the dedication to the craft. And by craft, I mean the profession. My dedication to providing the best service for students and families and the community is what will drive me to become the best educator I can be. Those things come with time, resources, energy, all those things that you need to be dedicated. That's what I believe that I will have. I've mentioned before, I currently live with a person with disabilities, and I feel as if it has led me into this path. And I'm extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm extremely passionate about the route that I'm taking, and I feel confident about it. As far as what I feel I need to work on from reading, I feel like it's going to be the reflection part. I know personally, and I think everyone goes through this, we all struggle with a little bit of criticism. No one likes to be criticized or told what to do or how to do it or when to do. So I think that I'll need to work on it, but I am eager to work on it because I know that I'm in a position of someone who doesn't know all the answers, and someone who, it's almost like I've mentioned before in the discussion boards, that it's like a 15-year-old person ready to get their license. They're very eager, excited, but they really don't know what they're doing. So they're willing to take all the help they can get. So yeah, I think that's what I would need to work on to be a successful teacher in the classroom. But outside of just the strongest and weakest, I feel like my compassion, my honesty, integrity, love, respect for all people will ultimately drive me into becoming the best educator I can be. And then lastly, what effect could personal biases have on expectations that teachers have for their students? How could these biases affect the relationships with students and their families? Well, first of all, I feel like no educator should have biases, but I understand that they do happen. But in result of that, I feel like that comes with lower expectations, stereotyping, unfair treatment, which is those two things combined. I feel like lowering your expectations based off what you believe a student is capable of instead of being data-based is something that can happen. And I feel like stereotyping, like this the same thing, stereotyping where you feel as if you've seen this before, like you've had a student that's had this struggle before, so you just assume that this will be the struggle and the downfall of this another student. Those are the type of things that I feel like could happen. In that same breath, I feel like to control those biases, we must continue to be active in the community, meeting with parents, and staying on top of their IEPs and things of that nature, to make sure that we don't ruin the relationship with the student, we don't ruin their learning experience, and we don't ultimately drive the parents away from trusting the model that the educational system has for them. So yeah, those are the things that I feel like can affect students, parents, and the biases in between. My name is Tyler Core, and I thank you for your time.